Good win over a game Miami Heat team before they go out on the road for 5 games. And oh, baby, good morning to everybody out there on a Payday Friday / Frisco Friday. I see you on YouTube. I see you on Twitch. I see you on the Xfinity mobile text line. What up, Shasky? What's going on?
What a game. I want to start here just to get this off my chest.
Uh-oh.
I can't watch Kyle Lowry.
Nobody can.
That guy consistently falls on the floor and runs into people like a battering ram.
I mean, he's been doing it for years.
And has been rewarded for a decade by horrific officiating.
Yeah, you know what? Kyle Lowry was a non-factor yesterday.
No, I know, but he got Wiggins his 4th foul that made him sit on the bench, and I'm so over him. Like, it drives me nuts. And all I kept thinking was, we lost to this guy. We freaking lost to this guy.
They didn't lose to him. They lost to Kawhi Leonard.
Know.
They lost to Kawhi Leonard.
I know.
They lost to Fred VanVleet, Pascal Siakam.
I know.
Serge Ibaka, Marc Gasol. Lowry was part of the ride.
It's like when I see Jacoby Jones running in a kick return back, I always just have these horrible nightmares. And when I see Lowry flopping all over the floor like a beached whale, I know instantly he drives me nuts. That aside, my God, Warriors were fun last night.
Warriors were fun.
A lot of fun. I thought the defensive effort in general was significantly better.
No doubt.
You got to close out quarters.
Yep.
We can break all that down.
Yep.
In terms of just energy level shifting, rotating, closing out, staying in front of people, I thought it was such a great step forward for this team in terms of the defensive effort that they were applying yesterday.
Look, they gave up 30 points in the first quarter. In that first stint, it was 21-18 midway through the first quarter. The starters giving Miami all kind of open threes, and the Heat were rolling. And then you talk about in the quarters. The end of the second quarter drove everybody crazy. Warriors up 63-50. It's Poole, Wiggins, Curry, Clay, and Draymond. They're up 63-50. Next thing you know, the Heat storm back on a 9-0 run to close the half. They come out and hit the first 3 of the third quarter. And you're thinking, well, that was on the starters. That was on the Fast Five lineup. Just simple stuff. Careless turnovers.
Which lead to easy buckets.
Not getting back on defense.
And then Wiggins trying to block a shot that he has no business getting his hand in there at the end of the second quarter.
And the blow-bys in a half-court offense. The blow-bys where guys are collapsing the defense and kicking out the wide-open threes. And Jimmy Butler had a roll at 20 of his 27 in the first half yesterday. Jimmy Bucket's a fun player to watch. I will watch him because he plays hard.
He does.
He brings it. Bam Adebayo.
He brings the best out of Wiggins, too.
No doubt. They went at it yesterday, but Andrew Wiggins with his first double-double of the season, 18-10, and key rebounds, too.
I think he had 18 when he checked out with the 4th foul.
He didn't score in the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
Yet you felt his impact in the fourth quarter.
Agreed.
He didn't even score. And you felt them around the basketball. You felt them locking in defensively. You felt them being active there, crashing the glass. So that was a good win for this team. And we'll talk about the bench. We'll talk about Kuminga. We'll talk about Clay.
Well, speaking of Clay, you're talking about Steph Curry. Steph Curry's gotten off to a phenomenal start. 30-plus points in 4 of the 5 games. Is that what it is?
Dude, so 40-plus points in 4 to 5 games. Efficiency, 7-14 from the three-point line. He's already nailed 27 threes.
But 0 free throws.
0 free throws.
How many guys score 30 points with 0 free throws?
Who knows? I mean,
but it seems very rare in this day and age.
It's very rare. And he was finishing at the basket.
Yes.
We heard the clips coming in. Tim Roy on the call for 95.7 the game, putting Tyler Hero in the spin cycle on the three-point line.
Unbelievable. And then banging his chest.
Yeah, and the relocation 3 from the top of the key, then the mid-range jumper. Steph Curry looks like he's 25 years old, folks.
Yeah, he looks great.
He's on a mission. And I know we made fun of Guru yesterday talking about Steph Curry MVP. Whitley after the game texted me, Steph Curry's gunning for that MVP. I don't know if he's gunning for that. He just knows it's his time to set the tone for the season.
Yeah.
It's his time to show the rest of the team, like, look, I'm in tip-top shape. I only took 12 days off after the NBA Finals. I am ready to roll this year and win ring number 5. And so to see him in his flow and the rhythm that he's playing at, it never gets old.
Well, the other thing that I think the box score is never going to be able to quantify, there was about 5 or 6 different opportunities where he could have got his own shot.
Yep.
And he said, you know what, I want to get Clay going.
Yep.
And the selflessness for him to just find the extra pass. Jordan Poole did the same thing. Jordan Poole passed up a couple of shots and made the extra pass to Klay Thompson to try to get him going. Clay's going to get going. He's going to have his opportunities. He's just gunning right now. And Good looks though.
Yeah, great
I don't
looks.
want to say gunning as if they're like bad looks.
Chucking shots. No, he had good looks within the flow of the offense.
But that's what I want him to do is pull that trigger, basically, is what I'm getting at. But I just seen Steph Curry come down and have a wide open three and say, you know what? I'm going to hesitate, throw it to the side, and get Klay Thompson his open three because he's trying to get his rhythm. He's just the best teammate ever. Like, he really is.
Yes. No, he no doubt is. And like, it feels like when he had 33 yesterday, at the end of the day, you're like, because like going into that fourth quarter, he had 23. And it was kind of I'm not going to say a quiet 23, but he's the definition of just letting the game come to him. I know when to take over. I know when to scale back. I know when to get my teammates involved. And then when it's time to take over, when it's 103-100, I'm going to take over the game and score 10 points down the stretch and make sure we go on the road to Charlotte, North Carolina with a dub. And this was a big-time dub for them, man. Early in the season, like, Miami's no joke. They were in the Eastern Conference Finals. They were in a Game 7.
Yeah, they're a team. I agree with you. I follow them pretty closely just because I like that team. They want to get rid of Lowry. They want to get rid of Duncan Robinson. They're working on some things. The fact that they played the 19-year-old, because I don't know if you listened to Sedano yesterday with Damon and Ratto, they were very hesitant to play him on the road because he's so young. He's the second. I couldn't believe that stat that Bob threw out. Did you hear that?
Yeah, I did, of course.
Second youngest player in Heat history, only to Jarrell Wright. I couldn't believe that number. And you saw, obviously, Wiseman ate him up. Jordan Poole ate him up around the rim. Steph Curry ate him up around the rim. But, you know, I just look at the Miami Heat. They are a very good team. I think that they're a team they're destined to make a move. That's what I feel like.
No doubt, because they're right there in the Eastern Conference. They played Milwaukee tough. They beat the Sixers last year. They're not afraid of Boston. Max Strus is a hell of a player. Max Strus can shoot. I like him a lot. Yeah. Gabe Vincent off the bench as well. Gabe Vincent gets to the cup. He makes things happen. So Heat culture, the Miami Heat are a tough team.
But
Caleb Martin.
Bam Adebayo, let's start there. Because Bam Adebayo is, if Draymond Green is this forward step in the evolutionary positionless basketball era, Bam Adebayo is the next step forward. He's even a little bigger, a little more athletic. I don't think he's got the passing IQ of Draymond Green, but in terms of his defense, he had the left hand out on a block shot for Draymond where Draymond was going to the rim. It was just perfect defense. And I just watched the way this guy moves his feet, you know, as he's drop stepping toward the rim. He is a phenomenal player,
No, he is. He is. The mid-range jumper's there. They need another guy, but Bam Adebayo as that small,
if he's your third scorer,
if he's your third scorer, you're winning champ. You may be winning championships.
Push shot that he's got,
the push shot, and he's around the rim. You look at his activity: 10 to 13 from the floor to 8 rebounds, and at times in the fourth quarter, he was carrying Miami because Jimmy Buckets only had 1 point in that fourth quarter. Warriors did a hell of a job on him and closing out his airspace, not giving him any room. And Draymond and Looney, they dared Adebayo. Beat us from the outside. Yeah. We'll live with that mid-range jumper.
The one thing that I definitely noticed that was very evident last night, and you could say this is the era of basketball that we're in right now, and it's absolutely factual. I can tell so few guys have played the game throwing an entry pass into the post. No, I'm serious. This is a lost art. Like the throw, am I wrong?
No, you're not. Okay. I know where you're going.
James Wiseman was doing a brilliant job last night of getting deep into the paint and sealing off. And on 4 different occasions, and Draymond threw one of them, they threw horrific entry passes into the block. And it's a lost art. You don't practice it like you used to. Back in the day, we had a big man. You'd work on literally the defender is out on the perimeter guarding you. There's a guy either fronting or playing behind your big man, and all you'd work on is the different entry passes, bounce passes, throwing it up, seal-offs, all the different kinds of passes. It's a lost art. Think of how many guys have now, over the last 10 years, come up in AAU basketball or whatever. They don't even think about the entry pass.
They don't.
The Warriors have got to work on the entry pass. Wiseman could have had another 5 dunks.
No, I know. And you know what's funny?
And I'm not knocking. It's just I don't think these guys practice it.
I talk to Festus a lot.
What do you say?
And Festus is big. He goes, they just haven't had a big like this.
Exactly.
Mully, the same thing. It's like, we haven't had a big like this at Go to State in years, maybe since Chris Webber. This ain't JaVale McGee.
No.
This ain't Zaza Pachulia, and I love Zaza. This isn't Andrew Bogut.
He was feasting on a smaller player, and it was great to see.
This guy has this talent to be a special offensive player in this league. You look at what he did last night, in just over 13 minutes. For the 10 points and the 6 rebounds, and he's getting better defensively. He's not there yet.
No.
He's not there yet. We talked to him on the postgame show last night, and he mentioned it. He goes, I got to learn the keys. I got to learn to communicate. I'm trying to watch it. But damn it, this is my 44th game. Think about that. This is his 44th career NBA game, and I've seen things on the internet that I just can't believe. I don't even forget the internet. Forget everybody.
I'm just telling you what I saw. This is what I loved from last night. The scoring is there. The around the rim, he's going to finish.
Feels so comfortable offensively.
What I loved, on 3 different occasions, he created second point opportunities by batting the ball or boxing out Bam Adebayo. Bam's a tough matchup.
It's a tough matchup.
He's a brilliantly skilled player. And then Jimmy Butler also and him were grinding underneath. Right. He's getting baptized by fire. He's faced now Sabonis. He's faced
AD. Yep. He's faced Jokic. He's Bam Adebayo and DeAndre Ayton.
And in small, yes, exactly. In small spurts, he's had opportunities. And you see, early on, he gets in there, and a guy will do a subtle thing to him. And then 2 or 3 possessions later, he adjusts.
And you know, I'm so impressed with the young man because he's so happy to just be playing. Like, people don't understand, this guy was out for a year after playing 69 minutes of college basketball. And, of course, he comes in as a rookie. You're starting with Stephen Curry and Draymond Green.
Yes.
You're going, and on the opposite end, it's Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving. And it's like, okay, welcome to the NBA. And then on Christmas Day, there's Giannis Antetokounmpo. And he's going back, and people forget he was going at it with Giannis Antetokounmpo. He held his own in that first half of that game on Christmas Day back in 2020.
But you look at the kid then, he was just a deer running up and down. You know what I mean?
Now he's starting to understand it. Things are starting to slow down.
Here's a great example, okay? He's running down. It's a fast break opportunity. And you know how the Warriors are. Right. Everybody fills the perimeter, right? You go to the corner, you go to the high arc. Anyway, he goes right down the middle, and he goes, oh, damn, I got Tyler Hero on me.
Yeah.
Let me put my right arm into him. Let me put my hand up and tell them I want the ball. And look, JaMychal Green, I thought he had a really good floor game yesterday. He throws one off the backboard to him. But forget the pass, because we'll work on the pass. The fact that the kid identified, if I just sprint down the middle, I'll get the matchup, I'll throw my hand up. That wasn't in the bag a year ago.
No, it wasn't in the bag.
And I know this is a super simple thing.
No, it's not a simple thing. It takes time to understand
that. This element. Now, think about this.
They haven't had it since Chris Webber.
You've got these great shooters who are going to fill these spots out on the perimeter in a fast break, okay? And where are everyone going to go? They're going to go to those closeout guys. Now you're going to open the lane up for him. The court is about spacing. And when you have a big man that commands attention, this will open things up for the shooters. He doesn't have to be a 25-point-a-game guy. Be a 12-point-a-game guy, and you'll open up how many 3 balls for Steph, Clay, and Poole?
He's playing 17 minutes a game, averaging 11 and 6. Off the bench, 11 and 6.
His screen setting has gotten so much better.
The physicality on the screen setting, and again, I love talking to these guys in person because I see them before the game.
Because I'm really enjoying it.
I'm a big time James Wiseman fan. You know that.
I know
I'm a big time James Wiseman fan. Before the game, I'll see him. He'll dap me up. We'll talk a little bit. He's like, man, just trying to get better, man. Work, and he never talks about scoring. That's what's so impressive. The first thing he goes, I got to work on my defense and my screen setting. My defense and my screen setting. And the average fan, I'm not going to say all fans, but some fans, they're sitting there thinking, oh, man, this guy don't get it. Trade him. You need something. You need this. You need that. This guy's he's not ready to go. This guy is telling me before games, I need to work on my screen setting and my defense. And the fact is, he's like, I'm watching film with Jordan Poole every day. We're watching film every day. So he's trying to get better. He's learning on. So by February, let's talk in February to see where this young man is at.
You're seeing the leaps and bounds in the first week of the season. Like, I mean, I'm encouraged. I'm really encouraged.
Very encouraged.
I mean, his arrow's pointing up. He's got a long way to go. He's 21. The thing that I noticed, did you watch the Dub Talk, Monty Poole and Kevon Looney sit down?
Yep, of course.
Okay. It was brilliant. First off, Monty did a great job. I'm listening to Kevon Looney, and he was talking about how much he learned from Bogut and how much he learned from Zaza Pachulia. And I'm watching Kevon Looney now as a player, and he's not the size of Bogut. He's not the nastiness of Bogut, but that high pick and roll where he'll hand the ball off and just get in front of another defender, and the whole pick and pop sequence. You guys know the ballet I'm talking about. Yep. When it's him and Steph at the top of the key, and Draymond's the best at it, right? And Draymond's the best version of it. But I think we've forgotten having a 7-footer like Bogut. That guy clears space. Yep. And then every now and then he's going to go downhill and get nasty. I'm watching as that wisdom was passed from Kevon Looney, from Bogut to Kevon Looney.
That's from Looney to Wiseman.
And you can see it. You can already see he's working on the two-man game. It's going to take time. What's Looney in his 6th season?
He was drafted in 2015.
Okay. Wait till Wiseman's in his 4th or 5th season when it comes to that two-man game. And it's not going to be all game, but like in certain spots when they need a bucket, you're going to have a big come out, and now you're going to have Curry and him in a pick and roll, pulling him in a pick and roll.
Well,
and then I love Looney. He can't get vertical like this kid.
No, he can't. He can't. The vertical spacing that Wiseman provides.
I'm sorry, I'm so geeked up.
No. You should be. I'm fired up over Wiseman. Some of the reasons why I'm fired up over Wiseman, because I see him dogged all the time on social media.
Well, I
see him dogged by diehards.
Yeah.
All right, dogged. Like he can't play. Like he's a scrub. No, you know who a scrub is? Anthony Bennett out of UNLV.
Yes.
That's a bust.
Yes.
Michael Olowokandi.
Yes.
That's a scrub and that's a bust.
Yeah.
This
Patrick
guy,
O'Brien.
Like again, I'll go show everybody the numbers, the data. You want to give me plus minus? I'll give you raw data. His numbers, his first 39 games were comparable with KG, Kevin Garnett, Rasheed Wallace, Dwight Howard. Now, I'm not calling him that. I'm not calling him that at all. Hell, Jermaine O'Neal couldn't even get his ass off the bench in Portland for 4 years.
Exactly.
All right? Took him 4 years to even touch the court.
I know.
James Wiseman's going to be fine, and he's learning. And the things that he's saying to me, Shasky, I need to watch more film. I need to screen better. I need to play defense. And the instincts are getting there. Running the floor is getting there. The two-man game's getting there. Well, he's getting reps.
No, but wouldn't you agree, like, in terms of his demonstrative nature on the court, what do we all want? We want him to be angry almost. I feel like he's starting to, like, tap into that a little. The other guy that we haven't, because I got to get it, Moses Moody fits. The guy just fits. He's like that pair of pants that you put on. You know, everyone's got their Levi's cut, right? Mine's 5'11". I like the 5'11". You put it on, and it just fits a certain way. For me, some people are the 5'14", the 5'02s, the 5'01s. Everyone's got their cut, whatever their cut is when it comes to pants. Moses Moody is like that perfect pair of pants that just fits. He can shoot from beyond the arc. He can facilitate for others. I don't know if you saw that one pass that he made to Kavon.
No, I didn't see the game.
Oh, my God.
Shasky.
I'm talking about the fans out there. I love what he brings. And then defensively, he's in everybody's back pocket.
Well, that's where I was going with him.
I love
his
him.
role, and Wiseman mentioned it as well. The roles are simplified for these youngsters. We don't need you to score 25. I got Steph. I got Clay. I got Jordan Poole. I have Andrew Wiggins. So I need your role to be simplified. It's the first thing Wiseman said. I know my role is going to be simplified. I know what I need to do to help this team win a championship. My time will come. Same thing with Moses Moody. He defended Kyle Lowry. He snuffed him. Night before, or 2 nights ago against Devin Booker, Chris Paul.
Yeah, he
does not look overwhelmed.
No,
He's in the right spot. Yeah,
Did you get worried too?
No, I didn't get. I never get worried unless they leave the court.
Is it a shoulder? Is it a hand? Is it a finger? Because he does fall a lot.
I don't. Guys fall. Guys get hurt. I wait on it.
Yeah,
you get worried right away.
I know. I always get worried. You're right. I know.
It's a sickness.
I mean, even Mully brought it up last night.
Yeah, I know. But 2 threes last night for Moody. The defense stabilizing the game, and he knows how to play with Steph.
Yes.
Dre.
Yes.
Clay. Wiggins. He knows where to be spacing wise, and he was the last guy out before Jordan Poole came in that first half yesterday with 3:56 left, and all hell broke loose when they were up 13, and of course the Heat comes back with that 9-0 run before the half. But I like where this team is at right now. They're all getting reps. Moody's getting reps, and now we wait on Kuminga. And Steve Kerr has some comments on that. We'll get on the other side. I do want to get into Klay Thompson because what he said after the game, I want to get your thoughts on that. And again, talk about Steph, 33, 9, and 7. Draymond Green
is playing great.
Is playing out of his mind.
He's playing great. How about that? No, he catches a rebound with one hand and then throws it out to the perimeter. I believe it was to Steph Curry for a 3. I mean,
I love the fake dribble handoff to Jordan Poole.
Oh, that one was
where
sick.
He fake dribble handoffs, and that tells me that Draymond knows I need to be more aggressive. And this is why, despite all the drama that's happened in the last few weeks for Draymond Green, you can't trade this guy.
Well,
I told you this. I don't believe they can win a championship without this guy. Draymond's a championship player.
He's playing championship level.
He's playing championship level basketball right now, and he's getting back in shape. His minutes restriction went up to 30. Draymond Green is playing some good offensive basketball while setting the tone defensively. So I like where this team at. And don't forget, they're the 100 now.
I know.
So everybody's coming in thinking to see NBA Finals against the Golden State Warriors.
No, Dre looks phenomenal. You got to give him credit. And I love the little high-low passes. Curry throws one to him, and he's in midair catching it and then already throwing it to Looney. The other play, and this was bigger than it was a misplay. Curry and Poole were in the corner, and I don't think either of them knew what the other guy was going to do, and Dre just threw it away. And instead of exploding and yelling and screaming at everybody, him and Poole kind of dapped each other like, hey, next time we'll do X, Y, and Z. And it's like, that's what I want to see. That's the maturation process for Draymond Green. You can't just scream and yell at everyone. And then on the very next play, they did a nice little pick and roll. Dude, Draymond is playing really locked in.
You can't trade this guy. I thought it was foolish to even think about that. Let everything subside. They'll work on that stuff. They're keeping it professional right now. Draymond Green is playing like a damn pro. He's playing at a high level. Double figures in 3 of his first 5 games of the season. Warriors win. They improved to 3-2. 10.7 rebounds, 4 assists for Draymond Green. 5 of 10 from the floor. Again, 6 players in double figures. You got a nice 6 from Moody, a nice 6 from JaMychal Green. I like where this team is at.